Hello there children, it's Jude here with Lammy and Flossie. We hope you've enjoyed our water day on EYFS at home, and now it's time to snuggle up tight, ready for bedtime story. And I'm going to tell you a story today that was written a long time ago by a lady called Beatrix Potter, and it's the tale of Jeremy Fisher. And I chose that story because Jeremy Fisher is a frog and he lives on a pond, and we talked about that today. So I'm going to tell you this story. Here we go. Long ago, there was a little frog called Jeremy Fisher, and he lived in a little house all amongst the buttercups near the pond. Inside the house it was a bit slippy and slurpy with water, but that didn't matter. Mr. Jeremy Fisher didn't mind getting his feet wet. One day he looked outside and he could see big, fat raindrops pouring down from the sky. He said, maybe today is a good day to go fishing. I would like to find some minnows. They're little types of fish. And if I do, I can invite my friends, Alderman Tortoise and Sir Isaac Newton, around for dinner. Of course, the tortoise won't eat anything that's not salad. Maybe he'll bring his own. And so Jeremy Fisher got ready to go fishing. He dug up some worms. He put on his mackintosh. And he pulled on some galoshes. They're a little bit like wellies, children, they're waterproof shoes. And he pulled them on. He gathered his fishing rod and his basket, and off he set. Are you ready to hop? Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Down to the pond he went. And when he got there, he saw his boat. It was a lily pad. And he put his things on side, he got a stick, and he pushed his way out into the pond. And then he sat down, he tied his lily pad boat to the stick, and he sat and he waited. And he waited. And he waited. The rain came down and trickled down his neck, and still no minnows were biting at his fishing line. I'm getting a bit fed up with this, he said. I think I better go and have some lunch. And so he took himself back to the edge of the pond, and he enjoyed a nice butterfly sandwich. And as he ate it, he thought, I wonder what I can do to try and get these minnows. I can't invite my friends round with no food to give them. And then he suddenly saw, what was that? What was that in the riverbank? I hope it wasn't a rat. I better not stay here. And so he took himself back out into the middle of the pond again. And he sat with his fishing line in, and he dipped his feet in the water, but a beetle came along and tweaked his toe. Oh, he said, and he pulled his legs back up. And then suddenly, he felt the fishing line was pulling. Finally, at last, I've caught something, he said, and he started to wind it back in, but oh my goodness, it wasn't a little small minnow. Oh no, it was a stickleback, which has got spines and spiky things coming out of its back, and it landed on the lily pad, and Jeremy Fisher said, oh no, ow, and he picked it up and he's, ow, it hurts, it's sticking your spines in my fingers. And the stickleback wiggled and gasped and flopped back into the water. Ow, my fingers! And poor Jeremy Fisher licked them to help them feel better. And he dangled both of his legs in the water while he was doing this. Oh, they hurt, he said. And while he was doing this, he did not notice a shadow coming underneath the lily pad. It was a great big trout who opened its mouth, ow, tried to get hold of Jeremy Fisher, and he dived all the way down to the bottom of the pond. Luckily for Mr. Jeremy Fisher, the trout did not like the taste of his mackintosh. Ugh! He opened his mouth and Jeremy Fisher shot out, and he swam as quickly as he could all the way to the top of the pond. He'd lost his lovely galoshes and his mackintosh was all in rags, but he didn't care. At least he was okay. He pulled himself out onto the side and hopped his way home. Hop, 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 hop. Well, goodness me, he said, that wasn't a very successful fishing trip. I don't think I'll be doing that again. And the next day, when his friends came for dinner, he said, I'm very sorry, I don't have any minnows. Fishing trip didn't go as I hoped. Don't worry, I have brought some salad, said Mr. Tortoise. Don't worry, said Sir Isaac Newton, I have brought something too. And they sat down to enjoy a lunch of roasted crickets, not Mr. Tortoise, and slug cucumber sandwiches. It sounds ever so revolting to me, but they seem to enjoy it. The end. Well, children, we hope you enjoyed that water-themed story, Jeremy Fisher. And now, time for you to go to sleep. Take care, sleep tight. We'll see you soon.